it's Water Dragon here. Today I'll be unboxing the Slow Holler Tarot Deck. I'm a little bit late to the party with this deck. It was actually funded on Kickstarter quite some time ago, but luckily enough there's still some decks that you can purchase on their website. It's a really interesting one because it's a collaborative deck of more than 30 artists in America, and it's specifically focused on people contributing that have got southern ties or also identify as queer or both. So yeah, it's got a lot of really unrepresented voices in this tarot deck, which is quite cool. The colour palette is quite limited as well, so even though you've had so many people that have contributed to the deck, because the colour palette is quite unified, it does still have a really cohesive sense from what I have seen so far. I think it's just a really important deck in terms of moving away from a lot of the really sort of gender binary stereotypes that exist in a lot of tarot decks, and does have a lot more diversity in there. So I think just from what I've heard, I've got a feeling this deck is one that I will be using quite a lot, because I do struggle to identify with some of the representations of human form and relationships that exist in a lot of decks. So yeah, let's dive in. I remembered my scissors this time. Hooray! Do you ever have that moment of panic when you're cutting into a bag or a box and you wonder if you might accidentally cut what it is that you've just purchased? Lovely. Nice eco bubble wrap there. Lovely. Oh, it's like steak skin. Look at that. Oh, wow. It is just as pretty in person as I have seen in other unboxing videos. It's got a cloth, which is fabulous. If you can hear a baby crying in the background, that's my baby. She's definitely unhappy at the moment. Wow, this cloth is exquisite. Look. Oh, lovely. Look at that. I think I'll take a picture when it's ironed and put it on my Instagram, but you can see a little bit there. It says Slow Holler, and it's got the symbolism for all the different suits that they use. That's really exquisite. I'm excited about that. And let's see, so it comes with the guidebook as well, which is the same size as the deck. And it's landscape. That's great. That's cool. So it gives you a how-to if you haven't used tarot before. It explains a couple of basic spreads, how to interpret reversals, and goes through all the different cards and gives you a little write-up of their meaning. Yeah, there's an index of the renamed cards as well at the back, because they have changed the name of some of the cards. So that just gives you an example of how it's all laid out. It's, yeah, just a really beautiful book. That's lovely. Okay, and oh, that's nice. It's a shrink wrap deck. So I'll just try and get into it. Okay. Just chuck it on the floor. Card backs are really pretty. Okay. So immediately you can see that really beautiful color palette coming through. Gorgeous. Oh, I am so into that card. Wow. Some of these just need their own up. Oh. I'm just going to quietly die over here. Wow. Visually stunning deck. And their website is full of some really cool stuff. If I had have had more funds at the time, I think I would have bought some of their prints. They also have t-shirts that look absolutely gorgeous with different card images on there. Awesome. They also do a lot of fundraising for different causes. So they might have limited edition prints and all of the proceeds go to a particular cause. The one I just spotted before when I was just back on their website just now. Oh, I just love people's take on cards. It's absolutely fascinating to me. I'm not an artist. I don't really have any artistic strength at all, but I just appreciate it so much when people can take that idea and run with it. Wow. Oh, I want that on a t-shirt. How nice is that? So where was I? T-shirts and prints. Yeah, okay. The fundraiser that they had there at the moment, though, for a particular print, the artist was donating the funds to transgendered rights. It's actually escaping me at the moment, but if you take a look at the website, you can have a look. So in terms of the suits, they have made some changes to the suits as well. So the branches are wands and the vessels are cups, as you would expect. The knives are swords and the stones are pentacles. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. I can't help but listen out and see if I need to stop the video and go and get my baby. That's just so cool. She's not on her own, by the way. She's with her dad, but sometimes she gets a little bit clingy. So that's all. I haven't just like left my baby in a different room. She's fine. Oh. Wow. Oh, that guy was turned around. 3 of knives. I hope that's not trying to tell me something. Oh, it was out of oh, look at that. It was out of order in the deck. I think I've seen that on a t-shirt on their website. Really beautiful. I think with a lot of decks you can get lost in the art for a very long period of time, and this is going to be one of those decks, of course, especially since there's so many different artists that have contributed, and there was 4 different writers, so over 30 artists and 4 different writers. And any kind of collaborative project is always a challenge. I can only imagine what would have gone in just in terms of coordinating that many people. Whoever was in charge of project managing is a freaking legend because I've done that sort of stuff before and it's hard. Wow. This deck is so special that I'm actually thinking I'll do a second video after I've had some time to work through it and use it. And instead of just having a bit of a flip through and giving my first impressions to the different cards, really come back with some sort of proper experiences from having working with it. I can actually imagine this being an heirloom deck. The kind of deck that you really want to hand down within your family because it's so beautiful and it's so unique. And you know, I think this is probably the only deck that I'm aware of at the moment that is really truly diverse in a lot of ways and is quite LGBTQI like safe, inclusive, for lack of a better term. If there's more out there, please let me know. I can't keep up with all of the everything from whenever. Wow. Look at the hairy legs. That's perfect. Vessels are cool, but I'm always a fan of the cups. Yes. I'm just sitting here in quiet awe. Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm going to have a really, really good play with this deck. It needs some definite alone time, I would say. But I'm just so thrilled with it. I'm kind of without words. I can't really describe how incredibly moving the imagery is. Yeah, I'm super excited, guys. Super excited. So as far as decks go, it is a little bit on the pricey side, especially if you're not, you know, used to, if you're having to like convert into US dollars, it does get a little bit expensive. But there was no way I wasn't having this deck. So yeah, it was 46 US dollars plus shipping to Australia, which I think might have been about 25, I think. But that's about standard to send anything down here. It is a really, really long distance. And a lot of people probably don't realise how far away Australia is from America, from Europe. Yeah, we are a really far distance. So as much as I would like to continue gushing about how beautiful this deck is, I really should go and give my daughter a hug because she's in serious need of a hug, it sounds like. So thanks for watching. I'll put all of the links down below so you can take a look at the deck yourself. If you don't already have it in your collection and you like to collect and you like to support independent artists, then I highly recommend it. I know I say that about everything that I unbox, but this one especially must be in your collection. It is just that exquisite. So thank you. I will see you next time. Okay, bye bye bye.